We begin with breaking news tonight in Silvis, where crews have been battling a fire at Anchor Lumber for the past hour and a half.
News 8's Megan Noe joins us now live from that scene with the very latest. What do you know so far, Megan?
Well, Denise, we are at Anchor Lumber in Silvis. It's on First Avenue here, and you can see the lawn and garden section of the building. That's where we're told the fire began and where crews are really focusing their efforts right now, trying to put that out. The fire is believed to have started around 3:30 this afternoon, and I've seen at least 4 different departments here on scene right now. There are crews from Silvis, Hampton, Carbon Cliff, as well as East Moline, all here trying to get that blaze under control at this point. Now, a few minutes ago, I spoke with an employee who was working in this end of the building when that fire started. He was actually with a customer at the time. He says everything happened very quickly. He actually didn't even smell smoke. Someone else, ran in yelling that there was a fire, and that's when they came out and saw how quickly the whole facade had caught on fire. As far as he knows, he says everyone got out okay, that there were no injuries that he's aware of. And, if you take a listen right now, we'll hear what he has to say.
And we walked out the door, we didn't even smell it. And then we turned around and looked up, and the whole thing was already on fire.
That quick?
That quick. Was the wind blowing, it's hot out, it just went up in flames.
Now, that employee also tells me that, as far as he knows, Anchor Lumber has been around for at least 50 years, so it is somewhat of a landmark here in Silvis. We are still waiting on official word right now from fire crews. They're obviously a little busy still at this point, but we hope to have more for you tonight on News 8 at 6. Reporting live in Silvis, Megan Noe, WQAD.
Well, Megan, 2 things just to clarify for us. We've gotten word from firefighters asking people to stay out of the way. They're trying to clear the way because of the problem with that smoke. That smoke isn't. It could have some toxic fumes in it. It could have certain ingredients inside the smoke that could be dangerous to bystanders. Have you heard that as well?
I have not heard anything at this point. They have had us, we've moved across the street, so we're a little further away, but we're at a QC Mart gas station right across the street, and there's quite a number of people out here still at this time watching and waiting to see what happens.
The second thing that we've heard, and maybe you can help us on this one too, is that we can see where the fire started kind of in the garden center right behind you. And the way the wind is blowing, it's kind of blowing the fire into further parts of the building. In other words, if the wind would have been blowing in another direction, maybe this entire building wouldn't be engulfed in fire right now.
I don't have any official word from fire crews, but that is a definite possibility. The wind is seeming to blow back towards the remainder of the building, which is really unfortunate as they continue to try and put this fire out.
All right, Megan Noe on the scene gathering information as we're getting it here at the station. Megan, we'll let you go and continue coverage. We'll talk to Megan a little later on in this newscast on this developing story. We also want to tell you that cleanup is